back. God is back. God is back. God is back. God is black. God is black. God is black.
Yeah. We are now back with another episode of All Talk Podcast, man. Y'all already know, man. Snap Illa is in the building, man. And I feel real good about this, man. Listen, I am here, man. You know, we made it to another week. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, this is episode 3. You know what I mean? We need to get a round of applause to that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
We in episode 3.
Yourself,
you know what I'm saying?
Give it up for yourself.
And
man.
I'm real excited about this, man, because I got a special guest. You know what I'm saying? I got a special guest in here with me. He needs no introduction. You know what I'm saying? So this episode is real special, and I see that
Hey, you got to give him a little introduction. You know
I will give
for
it.
Those who don't know me.
I do want to say this. I do want to say this, man, because I really am going, you know, with the flow as far as this format goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't have, you know, I'm a man of God. So I say that and I mean that. And the reason why I said that was because I flow with the spirit, you know what I'm saying? And I do what's called for me to do. You get what I mean? So there's no specific format and ways of guests that I might have appear that, you know, do special appearances. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going and the way that it goes, and I allow God to do what he do. You feel me? But, you know, more, you know, now I don't got to speak on that no more. I'm gonna get right to it, man. I got my mans.
All right.
You know, my man, 100 grand, Mr. P.SWAGGER in the building.
Yeah. What up, though, my brother?
Man, listen. I'm happy you here, man. I really am. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, I do want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying, for coming on the show, man. You know.
No doubt. That's nothing. You know, I always look. You know, we go back like Cheerios. You know what I mean?
and not even with that. You feel me? It's like, you know, we definitely got history. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing you for a while now. You know what I mean? And you doing some big things. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Oh yeah, man. It's growing.
Big things, man.
It's growing legs.
I do believe that, you know, God is working, man. You know, and I'm seeing that, you know, universal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of that. You feel me?
Appreciate it.
You know, but, you know, I had a question there for you, but I don't even want to go through the question there, you know, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to go on the script, but I will go on the script. But I do want to start off, just for people who don't know you, you know what I'm saying? Just give them a brief introduction of who P.SWAGGER is, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. It's your boy, P.SWAGGER, a.k.a. Mr. 747. Why? Because I'm fly as a plane. You know what I mean? And I'm an artist from the Midwest city, Madison, Wisconsin, which, you know, a lot of us as artists don't make it out here, but I was fortunate to, you know, have connections and family and, you know, friendships, relationships, other places, allowed me to travel other places and make those connections to make me move forward with, you know, with this music career in this industry. I'm blessed to, you know, have that. I actually, you know, I just did a new deal with Sony, did a distribution deal for my new single work.
I had to put a round of applause. That's definitely an accomplishment. You know what I'm saying?
Stash House, man. Shout out to Stash House. My homie Dre the URL. Shout out to Pop the Shark. You know what I mean? Stash House, that whole Stash House team. You know what I mean? But you know, we got some things going on right now, and they growing, and it's growing legs.
You know what? I definitely see that, man. And you know, that's one thing I wanted to salute to you for. You know what I'm saying? And I see the work, man. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell when somebody is working and when somebody ain't working. And one thing that I do admire about you, that you stay working. You know what I'm saying? The consistency is important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's one thing I definitely got to give you flowers on right now, because that's what it takes for us to make it in this industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Work.
man, work.
Man.
Speaking of work, you know what I mean?
That's
Talk about the new single that you got coming out, man.
Man, it's called Work. Man, I chose that for many different reasons. The state of mind, you know, shout out to everybody that is working, men or women. You know, it's really dedicated to the women that's out there getting to it, you know, but it's also, you know, a turn up for the men that like to see the women work wherever they at. We appreciate them in the strip clubs, dentist offices, whatever. I don't care if you in the McDonald's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You working.
You working.
We support that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's really about. It's just good energy record. You can play it in the club. You can play it when you wake up. You need some motivation.
Yeah.
All that, man. You out having a good time at the club.
Yeah.
You know, mainly the strip club. You know,
Right.
We're gonna make them work. We're gonna support the work.
Work. So you got to put the work in, man. And that's what, this the new single, right?
Yeah.
That just dropped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go back. And the reason why I spoke on that, because I just, we was mentioning work. And of course, we
appreciate it. Had to plug it.
And we all about work. We all about work. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to flex when you working, when you know you working, and you do something, you got to flex. We starting something new. I don't care if nobody around, none of that. You just flex. You know what I'm saying?
And we doing a big flex in. Show them biceps. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we're going to go back to a question, man. Where are you from, man?
I'm from Madison, Wisconsin. I grew up, went to school here. A lot of my summers, a lot of my childhood summers, and a lot of time I spent out in Virginia Beach as well. I got a lot of family out there, and in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I got a different view of a lot of different cultures, and it's like a melting pot in my head of culture. Excuse me.
Yeah,
but,
you good.
Yeah, but man. But I grew up, born and raised, Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay, so I mean, of course, I'm real familiar with Madison. Me being, off and on up here for some years. So what would you say life was like growing up? You know what I'm saying, here?
Well, Madison, we always grew up. It was a safe place, But anywhere that you're a minority it always had poverty-stricken places. So,
yeah,
of course, I didn't grow up with a lot. It was a typical thing. You know what I mean? A lot of drug activity, a lot of pimps and hoes, and and the kid growing up seeing that, you find a good you find a good and a bad out of it, and you just grow through it. It make you a stronger person.
And that's one thing that I do. I think that when it comes to the nation in itself, you know what I mean, and I'm speaking of the whole United States, you like yourself, you've been able to travel, so going in all these other places, we see that it's the same everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is something that connects us all. And this is what I consider the culture. Yeah. You know what I mean? That I can go, whether I'm in Chicago or whether I'm in LA or Miami, you know what I mean? And I find somebody exactly like me in some extent. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the way we move, whether it's the way we talk or whatever. So
it's like, it's the same thing everywhere. It's just different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you got Chicago, it's 2 hours away. It's a gang culture. You know what I mean? There is gang organized. You know what I mean? And Madison is more just like, it's like cliques. It's like areas. People do the gang things. It migrated here, but it wasn't. It's not like Chicago where you got a GD and you got a Vice Lord. You really warn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can actually be different from different gangs and be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And be against other people that's another gang. That's the same gang as you, but it's not really gang oriented. But it's more like it's still the same thing though. It's still groups of people that run with each other and they do things, and it's more about getting money and protecting your people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't have the best organization and the best knowledge of how doing that, so we do it how we just know the best how to do it is protect ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that, man. So when did you first, when would you say you discovered your talent? You know what I mean? And really, in school, like growing up, and we just surrounded by the hip hop culture. You know what I mean? You're born into that. You just play with it, right? You got your friends. You idolize different rappers, and you try to mimic them. First thing you do is try to write rhymes, right? And right.
Or freestyle or whatever.
Yeah.
Just play with it.
Yeah.
And I just got a bigger reaction out of, when I did it than other people.
Yeah.
And then people, I didn't think nothing of it, but they would just be like, "Oh, he's actually good." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I just kind of kept doing it because of the reaction. You know what I'm saying? With the love I got from it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, how old would you say you was, you know, in that time frame? What did you started off?
Like I started like really doing it like middle school.
Okay.
Like around, 6th, 7th grade when I start even actually knowing how to put rhymes together.
So
you know what I'm saying?
so was it just like a freestyle you call, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just put word like. But the craziest thing is you say crazy things you don't even do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, in the 6th, 7th grade, writing about blowing brains on the concrete and stuff. But it just emulating your rappers, your favorite rappers, hearing what they doing, and you don't think nothing of it, but you just trying to put words together the best you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? And that's one thing that, even when because I used to rap a little bit, you know what I mean? Actually, I still do it. I love rapping, man. Rapping is just a part of me. I grew up doing it. But I think that in the first beginning stage, it's kind of like what you said, like, we ain't really thinking about what we saying. We just trying to find the words that rhyme to connect, you know what I mean?
It's just like competition, you know?
Exactly.
You just want to have the hottest verse, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But is it really like the hottest verse or is the hottest rhymers? You know what I'm saying? Like the hottest, who could get the most words to rhyme? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, but, I grew up in the era of the punchline. So you had that, who has the hottest analogy or, punchline.
They needed them bars. Just put it like that.
Compare something to anything, and it wasn't no direction on how you did it. You just put words together like I was saying, just make the hottest rhyme. Who got the hottest line? Who you can make who can make everybody say, ooh, the hardest, like, or the most times,
I agree. Okay, so when would you say you started to take it serious? You know what I'm saying?
I actually grew up playing basketball, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And I had hoop dreams. I used to, in camps all summer, we hooped every day, all day, skip school, hooping, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it started with that, but I just noticed like a shift in me, like, just the lifestyle around me, just observing everything. And just naturally, I was able to express myself through rhymes, and it shifted because I started getting lazy on the basketball side, and I was like, you know what?
Okay.
I ain't got time. Like, basketball athletes got to be broke for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, though. I ain't taking nothing away from them because they work hard. You know what I mean?
And we know a familiar story like that. I remember Cam, that reminded me of one, and shout out to Cam. You know what I'm saying? Like, he started off the same way. Everybody got hoop dreams and, but go ahead, not to cut you off.
Yeah, nah, they have to be broke for so long. I just be making sense of things, and I'm like, you know what? I grew up broke. I don't want to keep being broke for so long. You know what I'm saying? So, just growing up listening to, artists like, NWA and, Too Short and, I grew up, like DMX and all these, the Locks, Jada, and of course Jay-Z. That's like my favorite rapper. So like, just seeing their lifestyle, and I was like, maybe if I rap, I could get money. And then like, you see how they get money, talking about hustling. So you hustling too because, you broke. So like you do that, it just go hand in hand. I start being a rapper. But what make me feel like I wanted to be a rapper is actually Jay-Z. I actually, I was very inspired. I don't know why, out the blue. It was 99 when he came out with that Do It Again.
Okay.
And I just thought it was so, like, I don't know, something clicked in me. When I seen that video, I was like, I'm gonna be a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, I could be fly.
Yeah.
I could, you know what I'm saying, say fly shit, and I could get women and I could get money. You know what I'm saying? And take care of my people. So like that was like, it was like crazy because that was like the clicking point with me. It was like, you know what? I need to know how to become a famous rapper on TV like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kind of like, I can't just explain what happened. It was just a light bulb. And I decided to become serious.
So you saying what, like when you maybe out of middle school, of course you was out like what you got?
Yeah, I was in high school. I was in high school.
High school, you started taking.
different thought process. You know what I mean? You understanding the world more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So now you're out of high school. Now you already, you officially like, dreams to become a rapper. What do you say were your biggest challenges thus far? You know what I mean, as far as your pursuit to on your career.
Repeat that again. You said challenges.
Yeah. What would you say has been some of your biggest challenges that you have been faced with? To get to the point of you actually putting out your single work. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about that whole process. Okay, what would you say your challenges were?
Okay, yeah, that's kind of an easy one. Is the biggest thing was like the support system.
Okay,
I grew up. I didn't have a lot of support because a lot of people thought from where I'm from, being a rapper is out of reach. So nobody really believed you when you wanted to be something like that. You know what I mean? An athlete, you could get some support because, we had some athletes come from Madison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
And so that was more believable. It was more in reach. But, being a rapper, we didn't know anybody that really made it out of Madison that was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know people we didn't even know Arrested Development was from Madison. You know what I'm saying? They came from Madison.
You know what? I to this day, I didn't know that until you just said that. So
they recorded their album. They from Madison. Yeah.
Wow.
And I needed to my biggest challenge was that to get people to believe in me. You know what I'm saying?
I thought. Wait, go back. So they recorded that in Madison, or
they was recording in Madison.
But because I remember the video. They was kind of I thought they was from Tennessee, or something like that. I don't know. That's
weird. The song was called Tennessee.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So
I don't know. I don't
anyway,
know that.
so that's a big artist though.
Them.
Yeah,
you gotta tweet them or ask them or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but I just wanted to throw it out there because I didn't know. You know what I mean? So that's new information for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but go ahead though. Continue.
For me, I know they was from Madison or Milwaukee.
Okay,
one of the two. But that's it's an hour away.
Yeah, I get it.
But I believe it's from Madison. But we didn't have nothing but rock groups come from Madison. So I can understand now. Looking back, I can understand why it's unbelievable. It would be hard for somebody to believe you're gonna become a professional, rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, just me having to believe in myself and push myself when nobody would push me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, that's hot. I get a lot of things you sound like you could be on the radio, stuff. I get those type of comments, but it was very few people that really seen it and was like, bro, you gonna be out of here. The right person here, you gonna be out of here. But nobody was trying to help me get to these people.
Yeah.
So I would say that's the biggest challenges.
Yeah. Just
in Madison, we have no record labels, we have no outlets like that. You know what I mean? They barely allow us to play hip hop in places. So it's kind of it was a big hurdle.
You know what? And I hear that a lot. You know what I mean? And without having a good support system, that can easily discourage somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a lot of people who believe in you, and what I find even about the artist thing here is that people support who they see someone else support. So if you are getting support from anybody that's outside, and maybe that's a universal thing, because I do really believe that too. And we spoke on this in my last episode, that people would, you're not popular to your own people until they see the outside people consider you to be popular. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But see, now this is why, I salute this whole situation, because even you yourself, bro, because even without that, and this is why these success stories are important, you are still breaking down barriers. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Without that type of support that and which show people that, man, look, you don't need it, because I believe that if you got that fire inside of you, you know what I'm saying, first and foremost, then nothing can stop you. Now, I feel like if you get guided by the applause, where the applause fuels you, then, easily the boos can destroy you. Yeah. Can easily. So I feel like you need that inner applause first before somebody else come and give you, your roses or tell you, you're talented, so believing in yourself first and foremost is important. And, breaking down these barriers, man, even though that supports them. So I do understand what you're saying about that being some of the biggest challenges. You got any more you want to speak of, or is that, the more,
well, no, that was the hardest part. Once you, because the music was always easy to me. You know what I mean? I could always make music, and there's a lot of talent here, so I got production. You know what I mean? A lot of producers in Madison that's hot, like DJ Victory, DJ Pain One, Ballhead Kingpin. Shout out to y'all, man. It was just to name a few. If I ain't named none, it's a lot of them. But Madison, we have a lot of resources, but we just didn't know how to use them and put them together. You know what I mean? Because I think the city discouraged us so much that, we felt like we all had to go out to go get what we needed. Yeah. And we had it already here. Yeah. And, and then now it's like, shout out to DJ Fusion, you know what I'm saying? And 93.1, we, they finally letting us into the hip hop, radio station locally. You know what I mean? They're actually pushing local artists, and it's just is on from there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but up. Ain't nothing but up from here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
And you know what? I see that being the same. We have a lot of people that made it big out of Madison. Yeah. Like literally, like I'm talking about worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And you spoke of some important names that people who are, they platinum artists, you know what I mean? And platinum producers, I want to say too, you know what I'm saying? That's, doing big things. So I feel like once somebody actually do come out here, it's like they take off. And you know what I mean? It not, locally no more. They become, mainstream. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and I see that for you. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, yeah.
And like you said, a lot of people see, they tell you, hey, yo, like you got the talent. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody just heard you. But it also take you to put that work and allow people to actually hear you. So I see you actually been traveling around.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to just touch on that point real quick, though. I heard the realest shit the other day, man. I just was scrolling, I scroll down social media sometimes just see what's going on. But I heard, I don't know what artist it was. It was an artist, a female artist, but she was like, it's not up to them to believe you first. You have to make them into believers. And it was like me, that's who I am. Like, I understand that early. I'm like, ain't nothing gonna stop me. Nothing gonna stop me from what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I shout out to FM. What's up, baby? You a little late, man. It's okay though.
FM, just go ahead.
Yeah. But we you know what I'm saying? I just said to myself early on, like, I'm gonna make them believe. I don't care where I'm from. You can't put me in a box just because I'm from here where you think I'm gonna show you what is really going on. You know what I'm saying? It's still a story where I'm at. Yeah. I'm still an artist that can represent my city the right way. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So what does that mean, the right way? You know what I mean? Like you say.
Basically, be truthful, like embrace where we at. Everybody, it's a challenge, of course, but what is life without challenges if you don't overcome them? So, it's easier to say you from here or from here and not claim a city that other people look down on or maybe, you know what I'm saying, may not take serious. You got to make them look at you like you serious. You know what I'm saying? It's just like getting into the league. Yeah. When you're a rookie, what you got to do? You got to prove yourself. Mm-hmm. They look at you like you're not ready. They gonna say so many things to you. Like I remember AI, he watched Jordan all his life, right? And the first time he met him, what did he tell him? He's like, little bitch, you know what I'm saying? You ain't on nothing. Right. But now Jordan respects him as one of the best players ever. And that's the greatest player. That's hard to get that from Jordan. Yeah. Yeah. So that's who I am. I'm like the young AI, you know what I'm saying, against Jordan. Right. You know what I'm saying? The world is Jordan. I'm AI. And I'm gonna give you that crossover. You know what I mean?
Right. I can dig it. And I think that fire, even I hear it in your voice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? And how far that has led you. You know what I mean? To now dropping singles, having albums. You know what I mean? And like you say, not even getting the support sometimes in your own home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but I can see you as you baby AI. You know what I mean? You ain't big AI. You baby AI.
That's what I'm not saying. I have to prove myself. In reality, I feel like I'm Jordan.
No,
you know,
definitely Jordan.
I feel like I'm Jordan, but in reality, you
Yeah.
know, I'm just saying like,
Yeah.
you know, I got to prove myself. You know what I mean?
I agree, man. I'm just joking with you, man. You
And
definitely
I'm up for the challenge.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
up
there,
for the
you
challenge.
there, you there, man. So look, let me ask you a question though. So, what do people misunderstand about you the most?
Misunderstand. I don't. You know, I'm kind of the one of the people don't let a lot of people in a lot. You know, I'm not on social media doing personal things, or I'm just really promote my brands. I let my personal be my personal, but you know, I think a lot of people. I heard that I look like I'm unapproachable. You know,
Okay.
that I'm arrogant, cocky, or whatever. I'm really like cool. Like I like having fun. I like good vibes as long as the vibes match and the frequency the conversation is right. I'm open for everything. I don't care who you are. You know what?
Yeah.
Gender, you know, race, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So really, you're a down to earth. You're a down to earth dude that you know what I mean that people don't. So they get that impression that you serious all the time.
Yeah, and anything, you know, even like I'm forgiving. So like, if you want to talk about it, we're going to get it. You know, we both got to have understanding. Like we trying to get over this thing and take care of it. We can always talk and get that over with. I forgive everybody. You know, I forgive you.
Yeah.
Because if I carry that with me, I'm weak. You know what I mean? It makes me even weaker. It's taking the energy away from what I'm trying to really do, and I can't do that. I can't let that happen.
You know what? Since you spoke on forgiving, and I feel like that's a very good key point. Forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? And first, forgiving within yourself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the misunderstanding that, like you say, people might have, all it takes is to communicate.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And communication actually breaks down those walls of misunderstanding. Like for instance, like we done business before. You know what I mean? Sometimes we had some highs, we had some lows. But the time that we wasn't communicating, you know, those walls was up. But all it took for us to communicate.
A conversation.
I
mean,
and that's really what it takes for the world to do. You know what I'm saying? If you have any type of, you know, within yourself, because sometimes it don't even be a problem. In your mind, you are set in your mind that you have a problem, and other person might not even feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And you know, now you overthinking things, and all it takes for you to do is just have a conversation and communicate. Find out, look, this is what I felt, this is what you felt. You know, how can we create that common ground? You know what I'm saying? And I think that misunderstanding breaks a lot of relationships that can actually go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't believe in mistakes. I don't believe in, not mistakes. I don't believe that there's nothing that don't happen for a reason. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Even when you meeting somebody, even when, you know, whether it's business, friendship, or whatever it is, you get what I mean? So I've learned now to take those things a lot more serious. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to tell everybody out there, anybody that actually have a misunderstanding, or in your mind, if you feel like you have a misunderstanding with anybody, just communicate, man. Just, you know.
Have a conversation, man. It's, you know, I think it's better, you know, it's power in numbers, man. We're better, we're stronger together than we are apart.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Even if you have some miscommunications or you have some disagreements, or, you know, you lost money, you know what I mean? Y'all can always make more money together later on. Like, you know, it's two sides to every story, and it's two different point of views, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But y'all together can make the right point of view.
Man, the
right story, you know what I mean? So,
you know, take two sticks to make fire. You hear what I'm saying?
Right.
So, also, look, I want to speak on, because I knew personally you had a situation, you know, with your leg, right? Like some years back, right?
Yeah.
And that could have been something that could have been challenging towards your career, because it could have set you down. Let's speak on that a little bit, man, for the people who don't know.
Oh, yeah. Like a couple of years ago, you know, I had a big car accident, you know what I mean? And
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, Kanye.
Nah.
Through
Shout
the
out
wire,
Kanye,
through
man.
the wire
You know,
now.
hey, I didn't break my jaw, but I broke the biggest bone in my body. That's my femur, and you know,
Yeah.
it changed my perspective on a lot of things, like how blessed you are just to be able to move around and be mobile.
Yeah.
You know, like how much you need your limbs. Like I've grew a great appreciation for people that is missing a limb and overcomes that.
Yeah.
Because one of my legs was gone and I couldn't move. I'm so used to just getting up and gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That sat me down. I had to use my brain. I had to, you know, do things to pay my bills. That I had to adjust everything. You know what I'm saying? I was down for like 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, like 6 months I was down. I didn't have somebody just at my service to kind of like, you know, do things. I think I pushed a lot of people away too because I was upset at myself and, you know, my pride, and I'm stubborn sometimes. So, you know, I was kind of like, you know, I could get a little asshole-ish and crabby.
You was in there like, without a leg, I spit. Without a leg,
so you know, it just it kind of changed my perspective on life and how blessed I was, and of course, you know, I had to get back on my feet fast as possible. I probably went a little early, start walking on it, but the doctor told me, you know, you got a better rod and it can't be broken no more. So I was just like, I'm gonna walk on it. I know the only thing I know is to start using it to heal it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just willed myself to make sure that I'm gonna be more careful and be more appreciative and really you know, do it at work while I got my mobility, while I'm able to, you know, lose a little sleep, while I got my youth, you know, work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go harder, because you never know when that could be took away from you.
Facts. So how did that affect you musically? Was you still able to? I mean, because I know you said it was hard.
I didn't
for
write
you to
no
move,
music.
so you weren't able to write. Yeah.
I was in a. Of course, I was like, my mind was like thinking about a whole different thing. Like, am I gonna limp for the rest of my life or not? Am I gonna be okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, and the pain was a lot. So I was taking some drugs. I was on a high dosage of oxys, man.
Big oxy here.
Hey, I don't even.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
even the one that I don't do drugs. So
Right.
they had me like up there, and like I was on them for a while, and it actually I didn't, you know, like I never been the one to do drugs. So when I started to you know, see signs, like one time my cousin, I didn't know how it affected me, because my cousin, he was coming over, you know, he in the street, shout out to him, I ain't gonna say his name, but he was like, I guess I was just wanted hot stuff. I don't even eat that stuff, hot Cheetos, real sweet pop, all that. That's all I wanted to eat.
Yeah.
And he was like, boy, you sound like a dope fiend. I said, what? I said,
Whoa.
immediately, I'm like, I'm done taking them joints.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just stopped, right? A lot of people can't do that. I
Yeah.
think I got a strong enough mind to do a lot of things that other people probably have a problem to do, but I just stopped, right?
Yeah, we seen people.
But-
some people need rehab for that. You know.
But you know what's crazy is, like, I actually had suicidal thoughts. Like, I started questioning myself about stuff that I don't question myself. Like, it was weird because it just came and I was just questioning life. I was like, why are we here? Like, I was asking myself my question so you know this psychologically messes with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand you know, the struggle that addicts go through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't have an urge to really go take the drugs. It wasn't like drawing me to be like, let me go take some drugs to get high. Because I feel like if I go drink, if I'm down or whatever, I'm not going to go drink. I have to go through this pain myself. Because the liquor don't do, or the drugs don't do nothing but mask it and cover it up, right? So I never did that. But I was just having different thoughts. And I was like, what? Why am I thinking about certain things? Why am I thinking about this? And I was just watching something, and it came to me. I seen like somebody was on TV, an addict, and I was like, that's why, because maybe it was the oxys. You know, I was on them for a certain amount of time, and I just stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was crazy because I didn't think that was like a big thing for me, like I kind of miss things because I just be like, I'm gone from it. I'm good at just like, I'm not gonna think about it no more. I'm over here. But really now reflecting on that, man, that was kind of like.
So even within itself, you know what I mean? And I want to give a round of applause for that because that's a success story right there. You know what I mean? That look, let's just say what would have happened if you didn't, you know what I'm saying, have that willpower. Well, what would P.SWAGGER be? Will we get work?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Work probably wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
And you know, all the other, you know, things that you are proud of that happened throughout after that, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that within itself, man, that shows that you got a strong mind, and you know what I'm saying. So you meant to be exactly where you are. You feel me? And that was part of the reason why I wanted to touch up on that, because one thing a lot of people didn't know that, you know what I'm saying, and what you were going through. I think I was around you around that time, and didn't know what you were going through mentally.
Because I'm really like a person that don't like to put my problems on nobody else. I deal with them, but actually that's kind of like a weakness sometimes because you hold everything in and you have anxieties. That brings anxiety.
And see, that's how we were taught as black men, though. You know what I mean? To handle everything by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, we have a lot of people that's dealing with a lot of mental health, you know, situations because they trying to hold it in.
Because they don't want to feel weak. They don't want to look weak. You know what I mean? They feel like it takes their power as a black man, but
yes.
We need to be able to talk to each other. That's the strong. That's what strength is.
Yeah.
Is being in touch with that sensitive side.
Yeah,
you know
and
what
that's
I mean?
not sensitive.
And I'm not saying
sensitive.
that. I mean, it is sensitivity.
No. I mean, I feel like we were designed to feel like it was sensitive because they say you speaking your problems to me or what you going through. That's not considered sensitive.
Yeah, I'm saying,
you know what I'm
like
saying?
It's something that triggers you, right? Something that triggers you. That makes you sensitive because you're sensitive to something that, you know, to something that triggers you.
Oh, that affects you.
Yeah.
Okay, so not to say that you are sensitive as far as emotionally or you know or.
But what I mean is, you know, something that triggers you. We should be able to. I should be able to say that to you, like, yo, snap. You know what I'm saying? That kind of triggers me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And tell you why it triggers me instead of you saying like, boy, you weak, or you never know. Like that person, just your point of view, it may be weak to you, may be crazy. Like, oh, yeah. How can you? But that person feel you can't tell how you can't tell the person how to feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing that we need to start promoting within our community and within itself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And letting us know, listen, it's okay. And I promote this, man, like you know, if you go to KL4E.com, you know, a little sense of plug right there. Yeah. But you know, you will see that I speak heavy on mental health, especially for us, because this is something that we need to stop. This is the reason why what's keeping us divided, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard for us to connect in that way. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know, and we all going through something. I really don't like to be around people who act like they ain't going through nothing. You know what I'm saying? The people who feel like they got it all together. When you come around them, look, like, how you doing?
But I mean, like, what's life without challenges? You know what I mean? Like, how could you feel like if this iPhone, I got this iPhone. When I got it, I was happy. I was like, man, it's dope, man. When I first got an iPhone, right? But if I never had the iPhone, if I was born with the iPhone, it wouldn't be nothing. It would just be like, so if we never go through the challenges to reach the success, what does the success mean now?
Yes, I agree. And the people who just, and that's, again, with me saying people holding what they got in, they'll be willing to hear what you going through. Yeah. But when it comes to themselves, it's like, oh, well, I'm cool, I'm straight. Nah, you know what I'm saying? When you close that door, when you go in your room, you know what I mean? And
you look in that mirror.
Man, but we help each other through these things. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we supposed to be here for. Yeah. It's what we designed for. You know what I mean? So shout out.
It might be a part of why we hurt each other too.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Definitely
because we feel like we got to be so strong, or that's why a lot of black people is in competition with each other. Because we feel like we got to show we stronger than you, and that's not the way you show you stronger. A king is just a person that is actually a protector of their people. but at the same time,
Preach. Yeah.
the king actually is a I wouldn't say a servant to their people.
It
too.
is a servant. Yeah, you are a servant. Yeah,
you're a servant to your people too.
Yes, but that's how a king gets respected.
Yeah.
You cannot be a leader if you're not willing to serve. You get what I'm saying? And every true leader, every real leader that, like, let's speak of the true leaders that actually exist. And I'm just naming a few, like Malcolm. Malcolm worked for the people. Malcolm was doing what he was doing.
He
for
was the
first.
people. Well, look, you never noticed that he was the first one walking with them crowds. He was walking.
Yes.
So he was the first one to get picked off. He wasn't hiding behind nothing or nothing. He was leading them.
Yes.
So he was the first line of defense. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't scared and he was serving his people.
And that's what a true king is. And kings live forever, and that's what I represent. You know what I'm saying? And I like for people to be around me for us to hold each other accountable for that. Right. You know, and to live with those values. You know what I'm saying? And it's how we sharpen each other. So I'm gonna ask you another question though. We're gonna go off the subject. What's a day like for P.SWAGG right now? You know,
man, it's right now is, you you wake up, you got to get your workout in, you got to get your morning.
Also,
you got to get your morning.
You up working out?
No, look, I do my push-ups. I do my warm up. You know, my wake up.
Yeah.
I usually work out most of the time now in the evening because it fit my schedule. So, I just got to fit it in where I can. But most of the time I would be in the morning, but I got to get my wake up.
Yeah.
My push-ups, I do them push-ups, get that chest right, make you feel good, look in the mirror a little bit. Okay, I'm ready. You gotta make sure you straight. Put on, you know what I'm saying? Put on a little bit of mind music. You know what I'm saying? While you get in the shower, just get you in that mood, that positive energy. Whatever your playlist is, you know what I'm saying? My playlist is more like I would say it's more R&B. You know what I mean? Soul music in the morning, just easy going. But and then after that, it's time to get to it. You know what I'm saying? It's checking these numbers, seeing where we at, seeing how we gonna advertise. What's the next advertising move? On the phone with the publicists, on the phone with my, with the team, Dre and Pop. Like, where we aiming at today, or what's the next move, or you know what I'm saying? What's the word? And
So it's getting up, and another thing people don't know is that if you work out, especially in the morning, man, that's good for the mind within itself. Like working that body is actually working your mind too. It's therapeutic, you know what I'm saying? So you work up, you wake up, work out, you write the work. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's every day.
Every day. And that's the routine, man, till and it probably won't stop because that's what makes me happy. You know what I mean? My grind makes me happy. So when I'm accomplishing things, I enjoy the grind because I have to grind to accomplish it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So they say, the life expectancy after retirement is 6 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what that means, right? That means don't retire. Like what you talking
about? We do this to, you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
You see, I seen a video of Smokey Robinson still performing, man.
Yeah.
What is he, like 80 something,
right,
almost 90?
Right.
Bro, I'm like, he's still out here getting money.
And that's how you know what I mean. I see it, man. I love what I do. So, and that's another thing. And to go back to the work, when you actually doing what you love to do, it's not work. You can't retire for something you love to do.
Nah.
And I take it you love what you do, right?
I love it. This is me. You know what I mean? It's therapy at the same time, and it's inspiring to other people. I like to I do this, I'm conscious. I've been able to find myself as me being finding myself as an artist and a man. I'm conscious of how it affects the kids. A lot of kids.
Yeah.
I always been like the fresh guy from high school with our best dress.
Yeah.
So a lot of kids, little kids, always look up to me. You know what I mean? They always be like, you fly, you stay fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm conscious of everything I do in front of them, and what I put out affects them.
So is that how P.SWAGG, the name P.SWAGG came about?
Oh yeah, like actually, I had another name, man. When I started rapping, it was more like a battle rapper name. Like, I ain't gonna say it because I'm.
You gotta say it now. You already brought it up now.
I'm a little embarrassed of it, man. Actually, it was Shreds, right?
Shreds?
Yeah, Shreds. Like, rip you to shreds.
We definitely,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I was.
That's your name from here on out now.
No, I was.
P Shred now. I'm calling it.
No, my homie Reggie.
Building.
Shout out to Reggie, man. Reggie Gaddis, man. He used to play it. In high school, he play a lot. We hooping. He like, oh, you got that crossover, rip you to shreds.
Oh, okay,
he being funny, man.
Right.
And I just like, you know what? I'm gonna just use that because I'm the type of person I use words to empower. I'll use something against me and empower it. Like, you can't really just hurt me. You know what I'm saying? But so I just let it motivate me. So I took the name, and when I really wanted to thinking about marketing and stuff like that, my name just wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't working. So I had to do something just a little bit. And I let people, I didn't pick the name. I let people kind of give me, suggestions, and that's what we came up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can dig it. Yeah. I can dig it. All right, so, what does success look like for you after all this work? You know what I mean? What does success, how would you define success?
Success is, being able to be a great man to your family and make a difference to, no matter how, it ain't about money. Success ain't measured by money or anything like that. It's how many people how many lives you'll be able to change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if like, you never know when you're gonna go, and you can't take all that with you. You can't take all that shit with you. You know what I'm saying? That's just the thing. You know what I mean? So even if I leave you with money, say you my son, right? I leave you with a bunch of money, but if you don't know how to be a man and take care, because with money comes with great responsibility.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So if you don't know how to maneuver with that money, it could actually affect you worse than if I didn't leave you with no money, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're a target. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got to move a certain way. So I just want to leave. I just want to, because I grew up, my family, we went through a lot. We have, I have a strong family. Shout out to my mom, very strong, you know what I mean? But a lot of my family, we're not supportive of each other. We fall out over money a lot, over little money, you know what I mean? And we have fallouts and stuff like that, and we forget about the love. You know what I'm saying? How we need love, because if we not supportive, the money gonna come. If we support each other, we push each other, you feel powerful with that. That's the power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the money comes with that. Money comes just showing how hard you work. That's all money is. So success to me is just knowledge. What's, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is how can I say it? Like, knowledge is the true wealth, right?
Yeah.
So how can I change my family mind to be more together and understand how to support each other, and bring power within their self and push their self more than just leaving them with money. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I think that you said some great points there, man. That that creates your legacy. You know what I mean? Exactly. And having your kids to be educated in a way to know, like you say, to know what to do with what you're leaving behind. And that's outside of the material things, even the knowledge you just said. You get what I'm saying? So all that within itself. So I feel like that's a great valid point for you to make. You know what I mean? To define success.
Let me add, just be able to teach other people too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just for yourself. Pay it forward. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Always help the next person.
I agree.
And have
that heart, man. We need you know, you gotta have a heart, man. You know, I feel like any king or, you know, queen, whatever, if you ain't got that heart, you know, and I'm not even talking about, you know, the heart as far as courage is concerned. I'm talking about the heart to love.
Right.
You know, that's one of the most toughest things you can do.
Right.
You know, that's why people run from love, because they don't want to get their heart broke. They can take fighting you, but they don't want to take getting that heart broke.
Yeah.
You know, you see what happened. You know, when a guy catches girl cheating, you know,
Hey.
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
and so I try to inspire people to love more, man, and don't run from that, because that's what builds not only your character, that actually strengthens you. You know what I mean, and learn how to love. You feel me? Because we use that word, you know, so, you know what I mean, it's just out there.
Pain always strengthens you. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Because it's like working out.
Facts.
When we work out, you gotta like that burn, because that burn is what's gonna get you that build. You know what I mean? When you looking at that joint, you flexing.
Yeah.
That's going through all that burn. So you can't be scared of that burn.
Okay, well, speaking of this burn, since we speaking of the subject,
man,
I'm gonna need you to spit a
man?
couple of these 5 burn bars, man. Can we hear something? You know, what can we expect on this new project? You know, I will put you on the spot, tell you to spit something, but you know what I mean. What I do want to know this though. What can we expect on this upcoming project?
Man, this project is
and you gonna spit something before you go.
Called Head in the Clouds. You know, the album it's I'm gonna call it more like a street record. You know what I mean? Because it's just something for the people. It's just something that, you know, I feel like is relatable to the times that we're in. You know, with COVID and how people feeling, and you know, it's just a lot of inspiration. It's just inspiration, trying to get people through these rough times and just help them through it. Tell them it's not over. You know, push them forward. A lot of bars. There's bars in there. You know, you can't miss the. But see, the thing is, what's crazy about me is every time I'm writing another project, I come a different way how to do the bars. So it's like, you really gotta listen to catch the bars. It's not just gonna be like, I'm black like the T-shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you're an artist.
I'm heavy,
you know what I'm saying?
Like the barbell. Nah, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be like
no bubblegum bars.
No,
then.
you really
not
gonna,
the bubblegum.
And when you catch, you be like, oh, I didn't. You know, it's gonna be a lot of that when you listen to it again. Like, oh, I didn't catch. Wow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of that. It could go over your head, but at the same time, I think I mastered the fact that I can make music that could go over your head.
Yeah.
But you can still listen to it with the average ear can listen to it and enjoy it too.
Yeah.
So it won't go over your head where it's like you don't understand it.
Yeah.
You just might catch something later, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But it's great production on there. The production is hard, man. I'm very, very harsh critic on the production of my stuff. So I put a lot of time to pick the right beats. You know what I'm saying? I got people like Baldhead Kingpin, DJ Pain One on there, Victory.
Nice.
You know, it's Rain. You know, shout out to Rain, Rainy Day Production, man. We going crazy.
We definitely want to
give
give him a round of applause. So
it's a good project. It's just, I just wanted to bring it back to good music.
Man.
You know what I mean? I didn't really worry about the tempos and, you know, how everybody is rapping now and, you know, auto-tune. And I just wanted to really show that, you know, I could put soul back in the rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what would you say what's your favorite song on this project? And don't without saying work, because I know that's the single and you pushing that right now heavy. But
I know it's like my favorite record on there is maybe it's like 2. You know what I'm saying?
That's the name of the song too?
No, it's like 2 of them.
Okay, so
one of them is called Control Freak. Okay. You know, it's like one of them old. It's a soul beat. Shout out to DJ Pain One. He did the beat, and you got to listen to it. It's a surprise to it. It's like it could go over your head first, but it'll bring you back to what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's one of them records where it's like it's an analogy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The record is an analogy. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And the production is real dope. But I love the intro because I love intros. I'm an intro guy. You know what I'm saying? And I think the intro is a big part of setting the mood for the record. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if you got a good intro, you're going to listen to the rest of it. You're going to at least skim through it because you're like, oh, this hard. You know, you remember you used to get like, I remember like DMX came out with that My Niggas, and you be like, whoa, wait. You be like, you pop that in, you know what I'm saying? Or Jada, he coming in hard or fat, you know what I'm saying? So it's back to that. So the intro, I feel like, and it's a switch. It's two beats.
Okay.
In one track. So
when could we expect this project, man?
I'm hoping to deliver by May or June.
Okay.
It's no definite date, but around the summer vibe, you know.
Summer vibe. Okay.
Light up the summer.
And what's the name of it? What's the name of
the project is called Head in the Clouds.
Okay.
Yeah. So, 747 music. I'm on the plane. It's just take you in the mindset of I'm getting back on that plane traveling.
Yeah.
COVID is they mask off now. You know, everything's opening up. Time to work. And just reflecting on, everything else that we went through.
Just like the single, you know what I mean? It's time to work. You feel me?
You gotta work.
Where can they catch you at, man? Talk to the people who don't know you.
You can catch me everywhere, man. Twitter, Instagram, Get Fresh 101, Snapchat, Get Fresh 101. I'm very personable. You can, DM me if you wanna reach out, network or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear how you feel about the project. If you listen to it, about the song, I got the new single Work everywhere. Spotify, iTunes, whatever platform you could think of. I got the video. Just dropped the video a couple weeks ago, man.
Yeah.
We had
video
over 500,000 right now, 500,000 views, and growing and counting. We got streams almost 200,000 and counting. We just running these numbers up. It's growing legs. I'm on publications now. I just did a press release. I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And
so y'all be looking out, man. Listen, Swag. I was gonna call you Shred, but I ain't want to do that to you. I was gonna do that, but nah. But man, it's definitely a pleasure, King. It's always a pleasure seeing you. You feel me? Appreciate you coming through, man. Listen, so if y'all don't know nothing, man, we covered the importance of communication first and foremost. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all, not being afraid to speak your mind and communicate with your brothers or friends or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely don't want that division and overcoming those obstacles, man. Swag spoke on overcoming possibly being addicted to the oxys. You know what I'm saying? That's something y'all didn't
don't put that out there, man.
Well,
I wasn't addicted to oxys.
Well, I say you overcame.
I enjoyed them. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man.
Okay.
I see why people popped them pills. I'm not even gonna lie. I see why people popped the pills, but I did it for kids. Don't do them.
He wasn't a drug addict. No,
I did it for a reason. I broke my leg. I was in that was painful.
Right.
I had
exactly.
Bro, I was in the bed, man. Like I was out praying.
And I can dig it. So I was saying, just that willpower, man, to not allow anything to stop you from having abused. He was limp. You know what I mean? For a while, 6 months, he said, and it affected his mind. But, we're not allowing these obstacles to come in our lives and hold us back. And now he's dropping a new project. He got workout, so he's still moving.
And let me add this, shout out to my cousin, man. He you got to be able to accept the constructive criticism. I probably would have been kept popping them. It probably could have got worse. Maybe that was the point where it didn't get worse, where I could just stop. And you know what I'm saying? And I accept it. He was somebody that's close to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I accept his criticism. I didn't take it in defense. You know what I mean? And I really looked myself in the mirror and see maybe that is kind of affecting me a certain way.
And I'm just really speaking on all the things that you overcame, man. All these challenges that you had that could have stopped you. Not having the support could have stopped you. You know what I'm saying? Limp leg could have stopped you. All these things, you know, you wouldn't be here right now. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I'm letting the world know right now that, you know, ain't nothing can stop you but you. So make sure you keep going. You know what I mean? And have that sense of faith. Yes, sir, all the time. Yeah. And
you always, you know what was crazy? Let me say this though. You always, ever since I known you, you always spoke hot. When you seen me, you was one of them ones like, when you gonna blow? When you gonna be out of here? You supposed to be out of here right now. Why you still? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that always stuck with me though. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why, you know, we had a little fallout. We had to conversate. We had to conversate because it's how just one little thing.
It was a misunderstanding. It's something that could have been settled. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, it was the miscommunication. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But what you were saying, that's me. You feel me? Like I'm positive and I see gifts in people. And I try to inspire you like, yo, keep going. You know what I mean? So, man, once again, man, I appreciate you.
And you was going through things.
Man,
but you inspired me at the same time.
Man, and that's what we doing together. You feel me? So, man, appreciate y'all for stopping through, man. This is episode 3 of All Talk Podcast, man, with P.SWAGGER. P.SWAGGER. No,
P.SWAGGER.
I'm joking.
A.K.A. Mr. 747. Why?
Yes.
Because I'm fly as a plane.
And, you know, we definitely gonna make sure we get up out of here. Y'all tune in and catch that new joint when it drop in July, right?
Yeah.
And Head in the Clouds, right?
Yeah, Head in the Clouds.
Go ahead. What you was gonna say?
No, go ahead, man.
Well, that's it, man. Y'all catch that new work. You know it's on YouTube right now, and you want to make sure you see that video. Video hot. Hey, but we out here.
It's not for kids, though.
God is back, God is back, God is back, God is back, God is black, God is black, God is black.